This call is now being recorded.
So yesterday we have discussed till the question number 11. Hello Roshan. Roshan, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste Roshan. Akash, Smriti, I'll start
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at this question. This question was asked in one of the previous entrance examination.
Yes, ma'am.
Just go through this question. Which of the following is correct sequence of various components of communication process? Like whenever we want to communicate a health message to the public or to the individual, it has to follow one order. So what is that order or the sequence he is asking? So first in
Third one.
anything,
The
yeah,
third
third
one,
one,
ma'am.
right? Yeah, that is sender, the person who is giving the message. Then after that, the message or the information, that is the second one. Then after that, what is the one? Channel. Channel means what? Through what we are going to send this message, either through only audio, like radio, or using something only which we can hear, or through some other means like visual aid, a combination of audio visual. So these all will form the channels. Then after that, receiver. Who is the receiver? Receiver is nothing but the public or the person who is interested in. Then after all this, feedback is the last thing. So if we arrange how it looks, sender, then this sender will give the message, and this message will be sent through different channel, and it will be receiving the receiver. Then this receiver, what happens from him? The feedback will be given. So this feedback will be given to whom? Sender. So that the sender will come to know what modifications that can be done. So feedback.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the sequence. Then what is the final target over in this process? We need to evaluate what are the changes are happening in the receiver, whether really any change in the behavior is happening in response to this health education. So this is a sequence: sender, message, then after that channel, then the receiver. Then after that we need to collect the feedback, which is a very important step. Next. All of the following involve two-way communication except. So it's a very straightforward question. So it is like,
Socratic.
yeah, Socratic communication he is asking. So what are the different types of Socratic communication? So one is symposium, next is panel discussion, then after that workshop, then demonstration, then folk methods. So these are all the different methods of what? Two-way communication. But if you see lecture, lecture is what? It is a
One way.
didactic method, that is one way method of communication. So among all the given options, except he is asking, so definitely it is lecture, because symposium, panel discussion, workshop, so all these are what? Examples for didactic method of health education. Next, identify the picture. So sometimes a question can be asked, identify the picture.
Panel
Panel
discussion.
discussion, ma'am.
What?
Panel
Panel
Yeah,
discussion.
discussion.
panel discussion. How can you say it is a panel discussion? Because here,
Five to six
very,
experts
yeah, very good.
discussing the topic and this audience.
So there are experts. So these like four people who are there, they are all the experts. And this lady, maybe she is the moderator or the chairperson. Then after that, these are the audience. Yes, whereas yesterday what I told you in a focused group discussion, there won't be audience. Only the people will be sitting in a round table conference, like in a circular fashion. So it is a
Yes, ma'am.
panel discussion. So the discussion will happen among these people itself. And this moderator will just guide this discussion. So the picture it depicts what? Panel discussion. Then symposium, workshop, conference, all this I'll tell you in detail in rest of the MCQs. Smriti, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then look at this. Gather approach is useful for. So what is this gather approach?
Contraception. No. Counseling.
Excellent. Contraception. Then you tell me the full form of this gather, because it is a
Great.
just yeah,
Great ask, tell,
it is
help,
great.
explain, and return visit.
Yeah. So gather is nothing but it is just a abbreviation. Everything will be written in capitals. So don't get confused. Yes, Akarsh, what does
Yes,
A
ma'am.
stands for? Ask. I'll tell you
Ask.
everything in detail. Then T, it is
Tell.
tell. H stands for Roshan,
Tell.
help.
Help.
E stands for Smriti, explain.
Experience.
Then R stands for what? R stands for
Return visit.
revisit. Now what happens? A couple is there. Now they are planning for what? Contraception. And this couple has gone to some medical officer or some lady doctor. Then what happens? This is a doctor. Now this doctor wants to help this couple in how to choose what type of contraception is required for them. So first what they
Yes.
have to do in this gather method or the approach, this is a technique actually.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in this method, what they will do, the moment this couple goes to this lady or the doctor, first the doctor, what she should do, she should nicely
Greeting.
greet them. So that is, she should welcome them. So that is the full form of G, that is greet. Then ask the couple, do you want temporary contraception or do you want permanent contraception? You just
Yes, ma'am.
ask their requirements. Yes, you ask them what do they actually require in the contraception, temporary or permanent. Then after they choose anything, then after that you tell them like these are all the list of temporary and permanent contraception and all. So it is like one whole list of bunches you tell them. Then after that you leave it to them. That is, you help them in taking a decision. Now the couple will only, both of them will sit, discuss, okay, maybe this method may be suitable for us. So you, they will only discuss. Then after that, as a doctor, you help them. Okay, this method you choose for both of you, this may be the better method or copperty or whatever it is. So you just choose them and help them. So that is a help. Then after that, once they decided with that, then you explain them. Okay, now if you have chosen this particular contraception method, then these are the chances of success with that contraception, and this is a percentage of failure. If at all failure happens or any complications happen with the use of that contraception, so this can be done. So you give them further explanation. Then after all this, you leave the couple like that and you ask them to revisit. Okay, now you know everything. Now you take your own time and come back to me and take a final decision, so that that will be done for you. So this method we call it as what? Gather,
Gather approach.
gather approach. Akash, Smriti, is it all clear for you?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So gather approach. Now you tell me that this gather approach, is it a method of counseling or it is a method of health education?
Counseling. Ma'am.
It is a,
Counseling.
yeah, it is a counseling actually, because here you are providing some information, and then after that what is happening, you are letting the individual to take their own decision. So it is like one very personal and confidential matter will be discussed with them, and you will help them to come out with one proper decision. So this is a counseling method. And what is the alternate name for this gather approach?
We
What is the
have
alternate?
cafeteria.
Very good. It is cafeteria approach. What is the meaning of this cafeteria approach? Akarsh, Smriti, what is this cafeteria approach?
Like,
See,
when we go to cafeteria, they
ah,
fast greetings
yeah,
in
very good.
this
So it is like if at all we go to some hotel or cafeteria, what happens? A waiter will come, then we will ask the waiter, you give me the menu. So what happens? The menu he will give. In that menu, all the list of food items will be there. So these list of food items, no, it is nothing but like if we correlate, these are all nothing but methods of contraception. The menu in the cafeteria, it correlates with methods of what?
contraception.
Contraception. Now, among these contraception methods or the menu in the cafeteria, we will choose one food item, right? So, the same way, here also in this cafeteria approach, in the rural, RCH program, what happens? Reproductive child health care program. So, what we do, we give a bunch of options for the public or the individual or the couple. Like these are all the different methods of contraception available. Now, you can choose whichever is best suitable for you. So, that's the reason why we call this gather approach also as cafeteria approach? Because in one of the MCQ, a straightforward question has been asked. The cafeteria approach is relevant to what? Family planning or contraception, whatever it is. If just to remember it, C stands for cafeteria and C stands for
Contrast.
contraception. Yes, Akash, Smriti, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, next we'll go to the 16th question. Which method is used for HIV pre-test counseling? So pre-test counseling means what? For example, an individual is there. So this fellow, I have tested him for HIV. Then something is like I want to find out his risk behavior. Like I want to ask from him, like what are his risk behavior. I want to extract the information from him so that at least I can guide him to like help him to lead a proper way of life. So for this, what is the best approach? Can we go in a group approach? So can
No,
we
ma'am.
call these people in a group?
Individual
And
approach.
yeah,
Individual.
definitely it is a individual. So whenever a sensitive issues are there, then always the individual, it is also called as what? Face to face communication. What is the other name for individual approach? Face to face, F to F communication we call, or interpersonal communication, IPC. So these are the synonyms for same individual approach. Then in mass also we can't ask, and in exhibition and all, these are all the areas where we cannot ask all these personal and very sensitive issues. So for sensitive issues, which is the best method? It is the
Individual.
individual approach. Next, the most effective method for motivating a couple for adopting a family planning practice. I think now it is very easy for you. Couple is there and they want to go ahead with the family planning method. So it is a very personal thing. So which they cannot,
Interpersonal.
yeah. Akash, Smriti, you'll also agree with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Interpersonal communication. What is the synonym for this interpersonal communication?
Face to face.
Face to
Face to
face communication. FFC we call it as. Next, in which model of health education does internalization occurs? What is the meaning of internalization? That means what? It has become a part of mind. Become a part of mind. That means what? I'll tell you here. So some options are given here. So medical model. So in it is these are the different models or the theories which say that if we do this way of health education, then it may be helpful. So let us see. The ultimate goal of health education is what? To achieve a desired change in behavior. This is the ultimate goal or the what purpose of the health education. Now to achieve this change in behavior, so different methods can be approached. So one of the medical model theory, what it says that you need to provide only the knowledge to the individual. So all the medical knowledge. As a doctor, I will say that, like for example, sometimes measles and chicken pox also can occur together, and these symptoms will look like this. And if it all happens, like what measures to be taken, how to identify them. So a combination of viral infections and post-viral complications, how to prevent. So all this information that I will give it to the patient or the individual or the public. So what is happening? The knowledge gap that is there, I am just filling it up. So just I am providing the information. I don't know how far the public is accepting or no. Now what I feel, yeah, by providing the knowledge, I am assuming that the individual or the public or the group may change the behavior. Yes, for example, I may go and educate the public regarding the smoking and its adverse effects. Then, after giving all the relevant scientific information, as a health educator, I feel that I am done with my job and now people will change. This is what assumption is there. But this model has become failed because it was understood that just giving a knowledge to the people doesn't necessarily impart that there will be change in behavior. So this medical model has become what? Failed model. Then what they had thought, let us provide this service to the people. So can you give me an example for this service model? Service model. So for during 1970s, during the Indira Gandhi government time, what happened? Indira Gandhi government. So during her tenure, she has provided the free water seal latrines to the Indian people. especially in the rural areas who never used to use the what latrines, who used to go for the open fields for defecation, and the government has provided to them. But in spite of providing the latrines, what happened? The people never use them because it's not their practice to use the latrines. So they have totally rejected it, and this has become one of the reason for the downfall or the loss of Indira Gandhi in the next upcoming elections. So these are all what happened. Like they did not feel that whether it was a felt need that in any program or service we give, we should see that whatever service we are providing, it should be the felt need for the public. If it is not a felt need, means what? If that item or service whichever we are trying to give, if they don't require it, then it will definitely become a failure. So always the service model should go in hand with the felt needs of the public. So now if these felt needs are not met, then again definitely the chances that everything will be failed. So this is also not relevant to the question over here. Then after that, socio-environmental model. According to this model, what it says that if we want to change the behavior of the individual, then we should see that this environment that is surrounding him, all the cultural practices, then other what environmental conditions, everything should be living and non-living environment, everything should be conducible or helping for the individual to change his behavior. Then only we can see some change in the individual's behavior. That is what this environmental model says. So according to this model, individual and his surrounding people, everybody will has got a influencing factor on this individual's behavior. Then after that, motivation model. So now we'll come to this main model. In this motivation model, what he says that you provide the knowledge. After providing the knowledge, what will happen? The individual will get what? Awareness. Right? Do you agree with this? Once something is told, the individual will become aware about the facts. Then this awareness will lead to what? Next thing, that is motivation. Motivation means what? Yes, now this individual, after becoming aware, then he feels that, yes, psychologically, some changes he will feel. Yes, I want to do this. Now, for example, you have provided information on smoking and its adverse habits, and further anything advanced information on smoking also. Now, after listening to all this, then the individual gets motivated. Yes, now I should not do this smoking. I should stop the habit of smoking. Then after that, what will this individual will do? He will change his behavior. So that is what the change in behavior will be seen. That is skill. So totally he will stop with the habit of smoking. So that means what this motivation model it says that now this particular change has become a part of this individual. That is now internalization means what? Now the individual has accepted the change, and this change has become a part of that individual. Now I am no more a smoker, I am only a non-smoker, and now my lifestyle is totally different than from the past. So this change whatever is there, that we call it as what? Internalization. For example, for an obese female, if we keep on saying that obesity leads to what? Severe type of cardiovascular problems and other chronic non-communicable diseases which poses a potential risk for your health. Now to avoid this, what lifestyle changes you have to do? Inform her. Now she will get motivated and she will change her lifestyle practices, and this change will become a part of hers. From now onwards, this fat lady or the obese lady will become slim, and this lady will always maintain this particular body pattern throughout her lifetime in order to see that those diseases will never occur in her lifetime. So this concept we call it as what? Internalization. That means what? The change whatever is there, it will become a permanent change. That change is called as what? Internalization. And this internalization is clearly explained in which model? Motivational model. It says that give knowledge, make him aware, then motivate him, and this motivation ultimately leads to what? Internalization or change in behavior. So this is the answer over here is what? Motivation model. Are you all clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Smriti, Akash,
Yes, ma'am.
Roshan.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will see the next question. Counselor must have all except. Counselor means what is the meaning of counseling? Counseling is a dynamic interaction. Students, just look at the word here. It is a dynamic, constant, continuously some interaction is happening between the person who is giving the counseling and who is receiving the counseling. So the person who is giving the counseling or who is aiding in change of behavior is called as what? Counselor. And the person who is receiving this is the participant or the subject. So a dynamic interaction is happening in both the sides, leading to change in behavior. And the person who provides counseling or the person who helps this participant, he should be what? Should be having a sympathetic attitude towards the participant. Then should be understanding the participant, like, yeah, I can understand you why you're having this problem. So that understanding should be there. Then counselor should have an end amount of patience because the counseling may last for sessions together. So the person who is providing counselor should not get irritated or just staggered in between. So a lot of patience is required for the counselor. And then what is the sensitivity? Sensitivity means what? The person should not get very emotional or very irritated. So that we call it as what? Sensitivity. So this feature the counselor should not have. If the counselor is very sensitive, then counselor will be a failed counseling. So the counselor must have all the qualities except what? Except it is
Sensitivity.
sensitivity. Yes, clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll go to the next one. Which of the following is a Socratic method of teaching? Again, now you should only answer this. I don't need to explain here.
Panel discussion.
Socratic is what?
Two-way
Analyst.
Two-way
panel discussion.
communication. Yeah, it is panel discussion. Now I want to ask you uh, one question on communication itself. How can you classify the communication? One is Socratic, or it is also called as two-way communication. Then another is didactic or one-way communication. This is one method of classifying. Another method of classifying communication is communication can be verbal or non-verbal. Yes, do you all agree with this? What do
Yes,
you mean
ma'am.
by verbal communication? All these lectures, panel discussion, symposium, everything comes under the category of verbal, where somebody talks or where some audio is there. Audio or talking, all this comes under verbal. Non-verbal means what? It is based on the body language. Based on body language. For example, like if I want to communicate some message, I can just communicate with the help of my hand, legs, and eye movement. So just with my body movements only, I can directly convey the message without using any words over here. So that we call it as what? Non-verbal communication. It is also called as what? Sign language or sign communication. Then another method of communication is what? Formal or informal communication. Formal or informal. Formal means what? Like as a health educator or professional, give an order. Like technically, I'll talk to the person. Like the epidemic has occurred and the incubation period of this outbreak is like this. So during this incubation period, the suspected cases quarantine has to be done. Quarantine till when it has to be done? Till the incubation period is over. Till then quarantine has to be done. So this way, if I communicate, then it becomes what? It is a formal communication, right? Then what is informal? Informal means what? Array, if you don't go outside, then you will be protected from the epidemic outbreak. So it is like very casually, friendly, liberally, I will be speaking to the individuals or group of people. What is the other name for this informal communication? Students, can you tell me?
No, ma'am.
Akarsh, it is also called as grapevine communication. This question can be asked for you. It is also a type of informal communication. Like grape, bunch of grapes. How does it look? See, it looks something like this, right? Bunch of grapes. So it is also grapevine communication means what? Gossiping. It is nothing but the gossiping. So all of the people will sit together and they will gossip. "Arey, this village, this fellow has died. because of chronic alcohol consumption, and now see this entire family suffering because of that, and this fellow consumed the alcohol from so and so shop. So some type of discussion will happen. So this discussion, we call it as what? Grapevine communication. Like each grapes here in this bunch is indicated like an individual, and the communication will pass on from each and every person. Got the concept here? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you clear with this? Because it is very important MCQ question. Informal communication is also called as grapevine communication or buzz, B-U-Z-Z. It is also called as buzz communication, or simply we call it as gossiping. And very important thing is that not all information given in this gossiping is true. Like for example, many cooked up matter will be there. So for example, we'll tell that like in this locality, maybe actually one COVID positive will be there. But what the grapevine communication message will be there, instead of one, the people will hype the matter, say that, are in my area, 10 people have been found to be COVID positive. But in reality, only one person was positive. So that means what? We are simply exaggerating or hyping the information. So all this exaggeration and false information will be there in this grapevine communication. But very important is that it is very interesting. So if there is a grapevine communication or informal, people will find it very interesting and very pleasant. I mean, oh yes, now 10 people have been affected, fine. Are in my area, something like unending type of communication. Yes. So this is about grapevine or informal communication, and here audience are present. Now what will happen? These audience are present, and here all these people will discuss about what is the information and what is the here the picture given is what sentence pictorial questions can be asked for you. Can you tell me what is this, students? Akash,
Then,
Smriti, Rosh,
yes,
Symposium.
sir.
can you tell me what is this? It is a picture indicating symposium.
Symposium.
Just remember, yeah, symposium, one very simple thing to remember. Symposium means what? S stands for symposium, S stands for series of lectures. Series. That means what? In this symposium, stage will be there. Then here, all these people, three people you are seeing, no, they're all subject
In front of
experts.
audience.
Now, what will happen? These experts will come one by one, and there will be
Yes, ma'am.
set of speeches. Remember, S stands for symposium. Here, series of lectures and set of speeches will be there. Yes, yes, yes. It is set of speeches. So now this fellow will get up and he will talk on what? What is the AIDS or HIV? Now, the after once this fellow will finish the talk, he will go and occupy his chair. Now, this second fellow will come and he will talk the prevalence of HIV. Then, once this fellow's talk is done, then he will go and sit here. Then the third fellow will come and he will talk like what is the pathophysiology, how the CD4 counts are affected, what is the immunological response, all these things he will talk. Then he will go back. Then after that, this fellow will come and he will tell about the treatment modalities. So like this, each and everyone will come and talk in their what sessions or the time. So series of lectures and all these are set of speeches. This is what we call it as what? Symposium. Very important is here whom you can see, audience.
Yes, ma'am.
Audience are present. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
here audience is present. Now at the end of all this set of speeches, now what will happen? These audience can get up and ask the questions to these experts, and these experts will answer to these questions asked by this audience. So this is what we call it as what? Symposium. So symposium. So just remember, S stands for symposium. That means series of lectures and set of speeches
Please.
with the audience. Yes, set of speeches with the audience. So if the options are given like symposium means series of speeches, set of speeches, audience are present, then interaction happens. All these are correct with the symposium, and it involves which one? Two-way communication. That is
Yes, ma'am.
Socratic method of communication. Next, students just look over here. Yesterday I told you it is workshop. So this
Yes, ma'am.
picture reflects what? Workshop. See here, individuals, peoples are divided into groups over here. So here, how many people are there? One, two, three, four people are there. And this is the second table, another four people are there. One, two, three, four. And this table, another four people are there. One, two, three, four. Now here one technical expert will be there. So like a problem will be given or some skill learning program will be there. So some agenda will be there, a topic will be given. So based on that, this subject experts, they will go and they will monitor each and every table where the groups are sitting, and they will go and help them out. Like you do this way, you do this way. Yes, repeatedly they will tell them, and 3 to 4 times they will call them, like minimum 4 times. So like 4 times they will call them minimum, and then they will help them so that in a more friendly and democratic atmosphere, this skill or the technique will be learned. So this is called as what? Workshop. So students just look at the picture here. If this type of picture is given, then you say that it is workshop. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Then look at this picture. What does this picture indicates? Akarsh, Smriti, Roshan. Now you identify this. What is this? Here, audience is present, right? Understood? Audience are
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
And here, one, two, three, four, five.
100.
Panel discussion, excellent. So these are all what subject experts are present. Now, can you see like these people are getting up and talking just like the earlier picture? No, they are all sitting together and they are all discussing on the topic. Maybe the
Yes,
topic given is tuberculosis control or leprosy prevention, like leprosy prevention. For some topic will be already given, and all these experts will talk, and nothing like that after this lady this fellow has to talk. No order will be there haphazardly. Now this lady this fellow, so it is something like a haphazardous discussion, anybody can interrupt anyone. So nicely one discussion will happen, then at the end of the discussion this audience will raise the questions to them, and these questions will be answered by these experts to this audience. So this we call it as what? Panel discussion. Panel means what? They are the subject experts, and discussion will happen among these experts only.
yes, ma'am.
Then look at this thing. Yesterday we discussed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sociogram, all those things which occurs in focused group discussion. Yes, focused group discussion. See, for example, we have called all these people. So these are all like, for example, a community people, and then we have given an agenda like how to purify the well water. So maybe like one common well or source of water is a pond or tank. Now somewhere it has got contaminated. So like we will call them. One medical officer will be there. Imagine he is a medical officer. Now he will initiate the discussion. Now everybody will be talking about this discussion. Now here one recorder will be there. This person is very important because this recorder, what he will do, he will record and he will depict it in the form of a sociogram. Like he will say that who is communicating more, who is not talking in this discussion. So like that he will draw a line diagram. Then at the end, the recorder will give the interpretation. Maybe among this lady is very much dominating because only she is talking, and this fellow is not talking only. So should encourage this person to give his thoughts also. So this type of discussion we call it as what? Focused group
Focus.
discussion. Now can you see any audience here?
No, ma'am.
No audience, because all these people who are there, they are only sitting and they are only discussing and they are coming to some conclusion over there. So here focused group discussion, no audience. This word should be there in your mind permanently. Focused group discussion, yes. Audience definitely not there. Only some groups are there, some topic is there. One chairperson will be there or group leader will be there, and one recorder will be there. And this recorder work is to what? To record and to create sociogram. Remember this. Just clear with this? Are you all clear with the concept here?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now I want to ask you one more thing. For it. ಇದೇನಾಯ್ತು?
ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪಿ ಹೊಡಿ ಈಗ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಹೊಡಿಬೇಡ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪಿ ಹೊಡಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ
I want to go to whiteboard. Yeah. Now, for example, a cancer, okay, cancer patient is there, and then as a doctor, you want to communicate to him regarding the management or the treatment of this cancer patient. Now, how will you approach this cancer patient? Can you directly talk to him that yes, now we have got the cancer, then these are the methods of treatment available for you, and your chances of survival is not more than 2 years. Can you talk to him like this?
No,
No,
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
we cannot talk to people like this. Or a lady who has got breast
Face to
cancer.
face.
Huh?
Face to face.
No, face
Spikes,
to
ma'am.
face. Yeah, yeah, face to face
Spikes.
only. In face to face, we use what? Very good. It is spikes technique. So that is spikes technique or spikes method we use. So what is this spikes method? It is also an abbreviation over here. So now what does its S stands for? Set and interview.
Interview.
Okay, S stands for set up an interview date. Then after that, P stands for perception.
Perception.
Yes, students just listen to this. I stands for what? Invitation. Invitation. K stands for what? Knowledge. Knowledge. E stands for what? Emotions. Then after that, S stands for what? S is for
Summary
what?
and
Summary
summary and strategy.
and strategy. Very good. Summary and strategy. Now, what is thing is that it's a very important thing, and once or twice the same question has been asked from this health education topic. So now, for example, a patient has been diagnosed with breast cancer or lung cancer. Let us take example of breast cancer only. Now, after knowing that the patient has got breast cancer, now I want to communicate with the patient and her family members. What I will do, I will set up an interview date. So I will ask her and her family members to come on this particular date. So I will give a date for them. So that is the first step. What is the first step? You give an date when
Interview.
to come and meet you. So that is the first step to communicate with the cancer patient. Then after that, next step is what? Perception. Once they come on that day, then what you do, you try to evaluate their perception. Do they really aware that this lady has got breast cancer, and what they are thinking about the breast cancer, like what are their thoughts related to her, and all these things you need to extract from them. Like, are you aware of the breast cancer? And like, if at all if you are aware, then uh, what you are feeling about that? So are you all feeling very disturbed because of that? So all those perceptions you need to collect in this visit, in the stage of perception. Then after knowing what they are thinking, then you call them the next visit, call them for next visit, which is called as invitation. Once they agree, like, yeah, doctor, I am ready to come to you, and I am ready to accept to come to your clinic for the next appointment. So that we call it as what? Invitation. So in this invitation visit, what we will do, we'll call the patient. Then again we will just give them like proper like understanding, like, yes, now you have agreed and you have come to me. So after knowing the perceptions or what they are feeling about that lung cancer, I mean breast cancer, now they are ready to come to you for the further movement of the treatment. After this, what you have to do, once they are ready for your invitation, then next appointment you call them for what? Knowledge. Or in the next stage, not only next appointment, maybe in the same appointment only. Now after accepting the fact, now you provide the knowledge about the breast cancer. What is this? Why it has occurred for her? What might be the probable things, and what complications can happen? Like, what is her life survival or expectancy after this cancer? So all these treatment modalities, everything plus and minus things you explain to them, and you provide the complete knowledge about that breast cancer to this patient and the family members. Then after that, the next step is what? You try to understand their emotions. in the next step of this spike technique, what you do now, after knowing all these things, they'll become more emotional. Yeah, now my daughter is going to be survived only for another 3 years. Something emotional, they may show some tears or something disturbed feeling will be seen. Now you need to try to manage those emotions for them. Then after all these stages or steps, ultimately you go with the summary. Okay, now look at the like now look at this thing. This is final thing. This is all about the breast cancer and its treatment, and this is a cost involved. So now you get ready for the treatment. So don't worry, everything will be fine. So this is what the technique we employ for communicating for the most dangerous or life threatening situations. So that we call it as what? Spikes technique. So that we call it as what? Spikes technique. Are you all clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no doubts, right? Because this question has been asked for you. So maybe in the upcoming your entrance also, I don't know, you may encounter with this question. Smriti, are you clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Any oral cancer, lung cancer, or tuberculosis, leprosy, something it is like suddenly if you tell they can't digest that or tolerate that. So in such a thing, what you have to do in any disastrous results to be told, you need to go in this particular fashion. First, you need to set an interview, give them a date, then try to understand what they already know about this. Then give them a invitation when to come, so that during that time you need to provide the complete knowledge about that particular disease which you want to communicate with them. Then try to understand their emotions. Then finally you summarize what ultimately has to be done. So this is entire thing about what? Spikes technique. So you people only tell me. S stands for set an interview, P stands for perception, I stands for invitation, K stands for knowledge, E stands for emotions, S stands for
Summary.
summary. Yes. And just to brush up you once again, what is gather technique and where it is used? Gather approach. It is also called as cafeteria approach. It is the older name for this. Because why I am stressing? Because these two questions were already asked.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
chances that again it may be asked for you because it is not given in Park textbook directly. So sometimes like just to confuse you. So G stands for what? Akarsh,
Great.
Greet.
greet. Smriti, A stands for ask. Roshan, T stands for
Ma'am, tell.
Roshan,
Tell.
tell. Akarsh, H stands for
Help.
help. E stands for Smriti, explain.
Question motion.
R stands for
Written.
revisit. Everything should be there in your brain tip only. You should not forget all this. Okay, couple has come to me. You can't keep your face very like a weird face, anger face. No, you should always greet them with a nice smile. A nice greeting is required. Then you ask them temporary or permanent. So you just ask them what they need actually. Then after that, you tell them all the like available options of contraception. So you tell them, provide them all the knowledge for them. Then after that, they will only discuss the couple, so you help them out, which is a better method. Then after that you explain them, okay, if you have chosen, what are the pros and cons, that is advantages and disadvantages of the method which they have chosen. Then you ask them to come back after some time to come with the final thing. So that is what is gather approach. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Then one more thing, one more question has been asked for you. What is Delphi technique? Roshan, what is Delphi
ma'am.
technique? Delphi, Smriti.
Um,
Now, what happens? Like some discussions will happen. Like for example, now we will take this COVID discussion only. Imagine Roshan, Smriti, myself, Ramya, and Akash. We are all imagine that we are all these subject experts only. So we are all subject experts. Akash is from which place? Bangalore. Then Smriti is from Bhubaneswar. Then Roshan is also from Bhubaneswar. Let me think that he is from West Bengal. Then Ramya, I am from which place? Maybe Hubli. So we four of us are from which place? We are all from different geographic area, right? Different geographic area. Now, all of us, what we will do, we will discuss. So, what will happen? We will discuss on a topic. We'll discuss on a topic like COVID, that is coronavirus pandemic. Now we will like now Akash will say that coronavirus lockdown is not required. Maybe he will give his own ideas. Smriti also will give her own ideas. Maybe like something can be done for this. Now I myself also give my own suggestions, and Roshan also will have his own view of points. Yes, so all of
Yes,
us
ma'am.
are from different places, but all of us are some experts in this field, and we all have got different opinions on the same topic, right? Now, what is the important thing is that one moderator will be there, or the person who is running this session. He will say that, yes, this session should not continue more than 1 hour. That is, he will keep one stop or check over there, or he will say that some 4 to 5 rounds of discussion will be there. After this fifth round, this discussion will be winded up. After that, no further discussion. So we will have a discussion for 4 to 5 rounds. Akash will give his opinion, I will give Smriti, Roshan. So we'll all debate and give our own discussion. And during this discussion, Akash may change his mind also. Now he may feel that whatever in the beginning he told, now he may feel that he is wrong. Now he has changed up his mind. So something, all these things will happen. Then ultimately what will happen after 1 hour or this stop, that is after 5 rounds or whatever we have decided, now this moderator will say that stop, the discussion is done, no further discussion. Now everybody has to shut their mouth, nobody has to talk. Now this moderator will summarize. He will summarize. He will say that Akash told all these points, Smriti told all these points, Roshan told all these points, Ramya told all these points. Now all these points will be summarized, and ultimately what will happen? One conclusion will be derived. One conclusion will be derived. So this conclusion will be derived, and this conclusion will be accepted by the larger public. This method we call it as what? Delphi technique or the Delphi method. Because I want you to go through your previous MCQs, because a definite question was asked on this. Consensus means what? Agreement. Consensus, that is agreement. So this question was asked by the word consensus among a larger public. Among larger public is achieved by which method? That is Delphi method. What does it means that because if few people are there, like if one person is there, if his decision is there, nobody will accept it. Like if many people sitting together and nice discussion is happening, and ultimately one moderator, he will give one stipulated time. After that time he will summarize, and he will tell that this is the final conclusion of this discussion. Then everybody will agree to that conclusion. This is what is called as Delphi method. And how this Delphi method took its origin? During World War time and all, what happened? No, like all these army people, the army chief, he used to ask his army member. Some groups will be there. Like if we conduct this war this way, how many like our men will be killed? So what consequences will happen because of this war? So they all used to sit and they used to discuss, and they used to come out with one conclusion. So during this war time, this technique of discussion among the large group of people and experts, and conclusions used to be arrived. So all these multiple discussions, one conclusion will come out. So this conclusion will be accepted. Now this war, this military leader, he will say that yes, because of this war, it may not be useful for us because our army may be lost in this war. So no war, we don't want to participate. So if some conclusion comes like this, that technique we call it as what? Delphi technique. Yes, Delphi technique is basically what? Conclusion is achieved. Conclusion is achieved among the large group of people using a stop. This word is very important. Stop or check. Like of only 1 hour time will be there, or only 4 to 5 rounds will be there. After that, no further discussion. Yes, are you all clear with this Delphi technique, students? Are you all
Yes.
clear with?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
open your MCQ books, I hope that you can able to solve everything now. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because no Delphi technique, you know this consensus, one common conclusion will be arrived. So it is like that technique is called as Delphi technique. Then, if at all the question is like on symposium, symposium means series of lectures,
Yes,
series of
sir.
lectures, then set of speeches and discussion among audience, then tick that it is symposium. Yes. Then if you want to demonstrate ORS or any technique you want to demonstrate, then best thing is demonstration method. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the principle of health education will act as a booster dose or which enhances the motivation, that is repeatedly, because if you keep on repeatedly reading same thing, no, now after this lecture you go and open your relevant textbooks or MCQ books and you read and solve the MCQs on this health education only, then it will be repetition. This repetition increases or enhances your motivation and memory power, so that uh, leads to what, a better outcome. So this is obtained what, by repetition. So repeatedly if you keep on reading, then what happens, then it will improve your memory. Can you tell me the all 12 cranial nerves in the order wise?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So all this will happen repeatedly, like it should be something logical thinking should be there, then some repetition is given, then definitely it is will be a long term memory. So the booster effect or enhancing the memory, all these are achieved by the repetition, which is one of the principle of health education. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then one more thing I want to tell you, that where does this carrot and stick method is employed in health education? Carrot and stick method. Carrot method and stick method. Where it is employed? In which area of health education it comes? Akash, Smriti, Roshan. Can you tell me? Carrot stick method. It is seen in motivation. So, what is the motivation? It is the arousal of the Smriti. Are you there, Smriti? Arousal of internal desire is called as motivation. Akarsh, Roshan, clear with
Yes,
Yes.
this?
sir. Yes, sir.
How to arouse this internal desire, what we do? Carrot. Carrot means what? It is the sweetest thing, right? Carrot is very sweet. So it is nothing but incentives. Carrot represents what? Incentives in the health model. Yes, for example, whoever undergoes sterilization procedure, let it may be anything, vasectomy or tubectomy, whatever it is. So a sterilization method, they will be paid a rupees of 300. So this is what an incentive. So now looking at this, they'll get more attracted and they will go and get this sterilization done. So this method is called as what? Carrot method. So carrot method denotes what? Incentive. It is nothing but incentive. Like for a child, like if you do homework or if you study so much, as a mother, I will tell that you will be given so many chocolates. Now child will feel very happy. Now my mother will give me like some chocolate she will give, so she will be very happy and she will read more just to gain that chocolate. So this method we call it as what? Carrot method. Now what will happen? Stick means punishment. It connotes what? Punishment, right? If you
Yes, sir.
don't wear seat belt, you will be given a penalty of how much? 500 or 5,000 also, anything. No helmets, then again penalty. If you spit or if you smoke in the public places, again penalty, and sometimes you may be put in the bar also, I mean imprisonment. So all these things we call it as what? Stick. So a simple example is, child if it is not studying, then mother will come and say that I will hit you hard now, or one hit is given, then child will open the book and study. So this method we call it as what? Stick method. So you can achieve the desired health outcome or behavior either through carrot or stick method. Are you all clear with this?
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, any doubts here? So, we have discussed about the types of communication also. So, in this, I want to stress you more on didactic or which one? One-way method of communication, then Socratic or two-way method of communication, because lot of questions are asked on these methods. Then one more thing I want to tell you about this mass education or mass communication. So can you name some mass communication methods? TV,
Tele-
right? That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
radio.
it is the most popular. If the MCQ is asked on most popular mass communication is television. Then what about radio?
Radio.
Radio is helpful for whom? Illiterate people. So who can't, who are not educated, for them radio is the best thing. Yes, who can't read the newspaper and all, and who are living in the remote areas and who are economically not that well good. So for all such people, radio is good. And TV means it can access millions of people and it can even reach all the peripheral areas also. So wide coverage in a short time. Radio also wide coverage, short time. And
Yes.
radio, one more thing is that during the evening hours, for example, farmers are there. If you want to conduct some interactive doctor to farmer session, like on one particular health topic, what time you want to conduct, evening time or in the daytime? In
Evening
radio,
time.
doctor talk will be there, no? So that talk, what time you want to conduct, daytime or in evening time, which is the most suitable time?
Evening time.
In the evening time, because daytime farmers will go to the field, that time they'll
Yes.
be busy in their work time. So if you ask them to come sit and listen to my radio talk or show, then they won't be interested, because for them that is the labor time and they'll get some income out of that. If you lose that particular time just for this lecture, then they won't be interested in that. So evening time they'll be relaxed, they will sit in their family, and so they'll be sitting together. That time they will switch on the radio, then they will listen to this radio health talks. So evening times are the best time to communicate with what? Radio messages. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Then nowadays government of India has given permission to FM, this radio mirchi, all this red FM is there, no? Even they are legally permitted to provide the health related messages in the radio talks, so that it acts as a mass communication. Then which is the fastest method of mass communication?
Internet.
Very good.
Internet.
The fastest method is internet. If this question is asked, then just don't think of TV, radio, or anything. It is internet. Now, one more thing I want to ask you, point to point, point to point, because this question is asked for you. Point to point mass communication method is what? Give an example for that. Point to point. Is it radio, TV, or telephone communication, or newsprint, which acts as a point to point communication? For
Newsprint.
example, huh? Yes, Roshan, tell me.
Newsprint, ma'am.
Newsprint, no Roshan. Because newsprint, if you have got a newspaper, even your
Television.
read that. Smriti, tell me.
Telephone. Telephone.
Excellent answer. Because if I want to talk to Smriti, what will happen? I can directly contact her. I will dial to her number, then I'll talk to her. Hello, Smriti, how are you? This communication Akarsh cannot listen, nor Roshan also can't listen, right? Whatever I am talking to Smriti, only we both can communicate, right? Neither at this point of time in this live session, these two Akarsh and Roshan can't hear. So that means what? Point to point communication can happen with which one? Telephone or with telegraph. Telegram you have heard, right? Telegram communication. All these are the examples of what? Point to point communication. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is not newspaper, it is not TV, it is not radio. So in radio, TV, newspaper, or even in exhibition or folk methods or all these things, what is happening? Many people are getting communicated at one point of time. Like Smriti said, telephone communication or telegram, they are examples for point to point communication. Because this question has been asked for you. Then one more question I want to ask you, what is the electromagnetic communication? Electromagnetic communication. Examples, exhibition. Second one, lectures. Third one, internet. Fourth one, flannel graphs. panel graphs. So, which is an example for electromagnetic communication.
Internet.
Yes, Akash, Smriti, Roshan.
Internet.
Huh?
Internet.
Internet, excellent answer. Very good. It is internet because now we are like how the internet is working. All these towers is required. So we need to have the internet connection, Airtel or Reliance. So it is all this what some tower is required, and then from this tower the electromagnetic waves will be there. Then satellites will be. So all this what is happening. All this presently we are communicating. Everything is happening because of this electromagnetic communication. So another example for electromagnetic is telephone or mobile communications, then
Yes.
radio communications. All these are the examples for what? Our electromagnetic communications, even TV also. So,
Yes.
all these are examples for what? Electromagnetic communication. Do you all agree with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, these are all what? Exhibition, that is health museum, channel graph. These are all what? Examples for what? Non electromagnetic communication. Then one more thing I want to ask you, conference. During this conference, can you give any health message to the people? Conference means what? It can be held at national level, international level, or it can be held at regional or state level. Like huge audience will be there from different places. People will be there, experts will be there. They'll be giving some what their opinions, everything. So, for example, in your college fest only, like college conference, in one point of time, multiple activities will be happening. Conference means what? One time, remember that. One time, many activities. This is very important. Many activities. Smriti, Akash, Roshan, in your colleges, have you participated in any conferences? Like
Yes, sir.
Hall A will be there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You have, you have participated or just seen that? One few halls will be there. In Hall A, Akash, in your college, Rajarajeshwari College, regularly they conduct right conferences,
Yes,
hall
ma'am. Yes,
A,
ma'am.
hall B, hall C, and all. So in one hall, maybe some exhibition will be there, some charts, all those pictures will be displayed. Another hall, what will be there? Some people will come, series of discussions will happen, maybe like our panel discussion only. Another hall, some symposium may happen, that is set of speeches. That means what? At one time only, maybe at 10 a.m. only, at 10 a.m. only, different things are happening in different venues. So this is what we call it as what? Conference. So I can go to this place, here some models are displayed. If I go to this place at the same time, then panel discussion will be there. If I go to same time in the different hall, then again symposium, some different activities at same time. This is what we call it as what? Conference. A huge audience will be there, and people from different areas will be gathered, and it can run from few days. So 2 to 3 days to 7 days, or maybe for more than a week also it can run. So this we call it as what? Conference. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Then one more last point I want to add you upon this health education is audience part. Because in a communication process, what we have seen, one sender will be there. That is the person who sends the message. Then message will be there. Yes, this is the channels of communication. Then after that, the channel or the media, like through what we want to send the message. Then after that, receiver. Receiver is also called as what? Audience. Yes, then ultimately feedback will be there. This is what one MCQ we have seen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Today's first MCQ. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
we want to see this fellow audience. This audience is of two types. One is controlled audience, another is uncontrolled audience. Uncontrolled audience. Controlled audience means what? Controlled audience means these are the type of the people who are very much focused, and they will understand you, they will listen to you. For example, you three people are controlled audience. Like just to say that you want to know about health education, so you have come over here. So you are called as what? Controlled audience, because all of them has got same felt need, and same felt need. All these people maybe are pregnant females, and they want to know how to take care of the newborn child. So maybe that is their felt need. So they are called as what? Controlled audience, and they will listen to you. So then uncontrolled audience means what? They are very difficult to control, because in the class some good students will be there, some mischievous students will be there. So these people are nothing but the mischievous groups. Like they will just come and they are like very risky, like they'll raise so many nonsense questions, and it is very difficult to change their behavior also. So such type of audience are called as what? Uncontrolled audience. So audience are how many types? Two types are there:
Like,
controlled and
uncontrolled.
uncontrolled audience. Yes? Are you all clear with this concept?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Then, just to give a last brush up, yesterday we have seen health education and propaganda, the difference between these two, right? Health
Yes,
education
ma'am.
is appeals to reason, and
Yes, ma'am.
Akash, you said yesterday it is appeals to emotion.
Emotions.
Yes, very good, Roshan. Then, after that, health education, it is a
Thought
reflexive or
process.
reflective behavior.
Or
Reflective.
reflective.
Reflective behavior, whereas propaganda it is
Reflexive.
reflexive
Reflexive.
behavior. Then after that, it is knowledge is spoon fed here in propaganda. Just whatever is said, they will just blindly believe it. So knowledge is spoon fed, or the information is spoon fed, whereas in health education, no, it is something logical reasoning is always. Then
Yes.
ultimately, then propaganda, what will happen? The desired change in health behavior is may not be expected. Then again in health education, a positive outcome is always expected. So in your examination, some question can be asked on this health education and also on the propaganda, because recently NEET also the question on propaganda has been asked. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So just concepts here. Any doubts here? So today, what all things we have
No,
seen?
ma'am.
Gather technique. Never write this in short letters. It is just a abbreviation, or
Yes,
it is
ma'am.
also called cafeteria approach. C stands for cafeteria, that is hotel, or C stands for contraception. Or if they say that for family planning, which is the best method, gather or cafeteria, you always say that it is gather or cafeteria. Then, if you want to discuss something like some very serious issue or something related to cancer issue, so all those issues, which technique you approach or use? Spikes
Spikes.
approach or spikes method. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
it is also called as P spikes nowadays. Don't get confused. It is nothing but a protocol. P stands for protocol. Don't get confused. Then after that, Delphi method we have seen, because this question has been asked. Delphi method. So, what is Delphi method? To come up on with a consensus, that is agreement among the large group of people. Because if you want to make large group of people to agree with one point, then you can use this Delphi method. Delphi method, what will happen? Some groups will be created and they will give their opinions or discussions, and the moderator will be there, and this person will note down all the points said by each and every person, and once stop, that is stipulated time or limit will be there, then after that he will say stop discussion, then he will summarize everything, then one final conclusion he will tell. So that is the Delphi method. And why it took its, how it took its origin also I told you. During the war time, they used to sit and discuss the outcome of the war, all those things, and during that time this method was used, and it has been now applied to our health process also. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
We have spoken about, discussed about grapevine communication. Why I'm so much focusing here is, then again it can be asked for you, it is nothing but an informal communication.
Yes, ma'am.
Then one more thing I want to ask you, what is vertical and horizontal communication? Vertical and horizontal communication. What is this vertical and horizontal communication? So vertical communication means in the order of hierarchy. For example, a chairperson is there, okay. Then below this chairperson, one secretary will be there. Then below this secretary, one like normal person will be there, employee will be there. Below this employee, one non-teaching staff will be there. Then non-teaching staff, that is peon or attender, will be there. Now the message will be passed from this higher authority. Then it will go to next order, next order. This communication is called as what? Vertical communication. So vertical communication means what? The order of hierarchy. Like always, the prime minister will talk. Then after that, the message will go to the chief minister. Then from the chief ministers to the MLAs. Then MLAs will give the message to the local, regional, municipality or corporators. So this order of passing the message, we call it as what? Vertical communication. Yes. Then what is horizontal communication? That is message that is transmitting among the same cadre people. Like for example, Akash, Smriti, and Roshan. If the message is transmitted among only you three people, then it will become what? Horizontal communication. Yes, got the concept? What is horizontal and vertical communication?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. Then one more thing I want to ask you, what is vertical transmission and what is horizontal transmission? Vertical transmission and horizontal transmission. Yes, Roshan.
Mother to baby is vertical, mom. Is it?
Yeah, very good. Wonderful answer. Mother to baby or the child. Then horizontal means
Person to person?
person to person. Very good. So anything that transmits from mother to baby or the child, we call it as what? It is called as what? Vertical transmission. Like for example, German measles. So all these things are like, there are many examples are there. So they are called as what? Vertical transmission. HIV, measles, or any respiratory infections. Then even our corona also, it has shown vertical transmission. Then horizontal means what? Person to person transmission. Don't get confused with this vertical communication and horizontal communication. Just to confuse you, they may ask you vertical communication, don't say that it is mother to child. It is from order wise, hierarchy wise, the communication will happen. That is what we call it as vertical communication. Students, I hope I have discussed every possible things in this health education. Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Any
Yes, ma'am.
doubts in this? One point I have forgotten, that is barriers of health education. What are the barriers of health education?
Psychological, physiological,
Yes,
uh,
physiological,
psychological,
psychological, then
environmental.
environmental. Yes, Smriti, tell me then. Then socio-cultural, right?
Sociocultural.
Socio-cultural. So physiological means what? Person may be deaf or dumb or blind. So all these things are the physiological barriers. Since a person is physiologically some problem is there, they're not able to catch up your health message, which is given in a normal way. Then psychological means what? Physically body will be present, but whatever you tell, it will be just flying in the air. The message will be just in the air. That means what? Psychologically, if the person is disturbed or not alert or conscious at the time of delivery of the health message, then we call it as what? Psychological disturbance. Then what about this environmental barriers for health education? That is,
Like this, like
that
not
is,
audible, noise.
yeah, very good. It is noise. Roshan, tell me, Smriti, noise, or for example visibility, that is lot of air pollution is there. Then if you want to present anything, if I'm standing there full of fog, everything is there, then what happens? Audience can't see the presenter only. Yes, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
If I'm standing in that fog and you are sitting, I can't see you, you can't see me. Just simply something is you can hear. So that is what? Air pollution, and that will lead to lack of visibility. So these are all what? Environmental barriers. Then socio-cultural barriers means what? There are some people in this
Religious
cultural
culture.
practices, they won't accept it, because like earlier during polio immunization, the people, they did not immediately accept the polio vaccination. They rejected it. And like for example, anti-tubercular drugs. So when it was given, especially in southern India, especially in Tamil Nadu, most of the people lied to the health workers that yes, I am taking anti-tubercular drug, but in reality they did not take it only. Because what happened during this anti-tubercular national health program, so the people were given the drugs, and health workers assumed they used to take it, because after some time when they evaluated, there was no improvement in their clinical condition, because they never used to take the drug. The moment they used to receive the drug from the health worker, they used to just dump off, because in their culture it was felt that these drugs, they are not good to take or safe to take. So some culturally some blind beliefs are there, so that are acting as a hindrances over here. So these are all the different categories of barriers for what? Health communication or health education, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I hope you people go and read the same topic, revise here. So that is repetition. You people also do it. Repeatedly you do it, then your memory cells will increase. And then what happens? It will become a long lasting. And then in your examination, logically you can just remove all this web, whatever is there, and you can come out with the nice answers, and they are correct answers. Yes, go through the topic
Yes, ma'am.
right now and solve the MCQs. Any doubts are there, you can ask me any point of time, not only during this session also. Yes,
Yes,
tomorrow
ma'am.
Yes,
sir
ma'am.
will continue the topic on,
Sir,
he will take the topic on respiratory system.
because I uploaded few and I've uploaded few more.
Already sir has uploaded the MCQs. You can read them and try to solve them. And tomorrow discussion will be there same time, 8 p.m. Right?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
So
Thank
no
you, ma'am.
doubts, right?
No, no.
Okay, we'll disperse then. Fine. Bye.
Control T. Stop recording. Stop recording first. Yeah, stop recording. Yeah.